Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for an Ashton Forbes Gets Angry compilation. That's right! Woo. Yes! Epic. Because Ashton Forbes has been getting angry and triggered so much recently on his live streams that there's enough material for me to make a video about it. So in today's video, we're going to look at the most angry moments that Ashton Forbes blessed us with recently, okay? So if you don't know who Ashton Forbes is, right, he is the guy who still adamantly defends the Malaysia Air 370 flight being actually teleported by some kind of experimental device instead of it being crashed, as we know it did, because we found debris. I've covered this in 2 separate videos. I'll link them down in the description. You can go check it out if you're just curious about the MH370 claims and the videos and the debunks of that. That's all linked in the description. But it escalates. It escalates further, okay? Because there's a battle currently going on. Not a battle, but like a rivalry between Professor Dave Explains, a YouTube channel, and Ashton Forbes himself, because Professor Dave, aka Dave Farina, made a video about Ashton Forbes about 2 months, a bit more than 2 months ago now, where he calls Ashton Forbes a grifter and a liar, and he gets very confrontational. Obviously, Ashton Forbes doesn't like that, and then 2 weeks after that, he shared another follow-up video, Professor Dave Explains, that is. So Ashton Forbes obviously hates Professor Dave. Professor Dave is very, very bad. He called him a liar, a grifter, and all the things that he doesn't like. So he got very, very triggered and very, very angry. And that is his right. I mean, look, man, nobody likes to get insulted, to be called out left and right, whatever. Kind of his own fault for sharing nonsense. But I can understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, we're now getting messages and segments in Ashton Forbes live streams that sound more like this.
Telling me I have to be nice to these people? You are out of your mind. I'm going to destroy their lives. I'm going to dox them publicly. I'm going to give their address away on live stream in front of thousands of people and have their lives be ruined. And if they want to come after me legally, good. I'm going to destroy your life even more if you do. So
a lot of people comment under posts like this and say, what's going on? How come YouTube or any platform allows this kind of threat? I think, and don't correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, okay, that because he's not acting on these threats, no crime, so to say, or offense against the TOS has been committed. He just says, I will dox all of you guys. But he never actually came out, shared an address or any private details until yesterday somewhat, okay? This is where this is all building up to, because yesterday Ashton Forbes shared a tweet, which he has deleted in the meantime, that really takes it to a different level. But you can see where it's coming from. He's first like, oh, these horrible debunkers. Show me the guy who recorded the video, okay? Now he's already at the level where he's like, I will dox all of you guys, which is another significant step up. But that's not all. He gets more concrete in his threats, okay? Here he is, talking about Professor Dave making similar threats, okay? I mean...
Professor Dave, I'm going to make that guy hate himself.
That's not good. Why do you know what I mean? First of all, again, I said this in my previous video, but it's like this guy gets so angry and so triggered. Dude, it's about an alleged UFO/conspiracy video. Calm the F down, brother. Okay? Nobody needs to unalive themselves just because they disagree with a UFO video theory with you. Ashton Forbes really has to put what he's doing and the impact of everything into proportion. Maybe in his head it is this huge world-changing, high-impact information that could change everything or whatever, but the truth is it's just not. So considering that it's not, the actions of Ashton Forbes seem, I mean, wildly out of proportion. He also got into a quarrel with a guy called Mike Turber, who seems to be associated by 5x5 News, I guess. This is his Twitter account. And he said, Ashton Forbes just decided to dox me and ruin my life and destroy me. So here's most of his rant discussing an email I sent, so Mike Turber that is, to Jack Safati and Tim Ventura after Jack asked who this clown was. So he describes Ashton Forbes to this other guy in an email, and Ashton Forbes has that email. Let's see how he reacts to that. And the beauty of it is that he actually reads the email out himself. So you will see. You'll see. Let's take a look.
Okay, we got another email here too. Guys, this is why these like physicists and shit on these emails are all complete retards.
Absolutely, bro.
All completely retarded.
Totally,
like,
dude.
The reason why they didn't discover any of this shit, they haven't exposed any of this, because they're all complete idiots. Like, we're gonna literally strip the PhDs from some of these people that don't.
I love that he suddenly gets quickly fascist, right? We're gonna strip the PhDs from these people. It's not a far jump even from the stuff that he said previously. We need to lock them up. We need to lock these horrible false scientists up, because only I, Ashton Forbes, understands how science works. And it's just wild. It's just wild how this escalates. I mean, as he says himself, these are people with PhDs. Now, I don't know what degrees Ashton Forbes holds, but let me go out on a limb here. I don't think it's a PhD. Just a feeling that I have. I don't know.
Deserve them, like Jack Sarfati and all these other like cranks or what have you. These people do not deserve their PhDs. They didn't earn them. They're basically just clout chasers who've been living their life off of like stealing credit from other people and pretending like they hung out with smart people, therefore they're smart as well.
Yeah, we all know that that's how the scientific community works. You hang out with other smart people and that makes you smart as well. And that's how you make big scientific discoveries. That's how it works. We all know that.
If these people were actually even half as smart as they pretended to be, they would have already discovered everything that I discovered like 10 years ago. None of this was really hard to find once you knew what you were looking
Okay, blah, blah, blah. He keeps going on, banging on. But then he actually reads out the letter. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. And again, all these tweets, all these videos, everything you're watching right now, I'll link it in the description. You can watch it at full length. So here he is reading out the actual letter in which Mike Turber described Ashton Forbes to Jack Safati. Let's go.
Quoting 5x5 News. That's his source. 5x5 News is his source. Ashton, who will get this email, is a wackadoodle POS moron who has no clue what he's talking about. Go ahead, Ashton, and defend yourself here and watch how I spank you into oblivion with actual data and knowledge that Professor Dave, who spanked you pretty hard, links below.
I love this so much, right? Because he's giving it the stupid voice. This is how I read it because a stupid person wrote it. Clearly he's stupid because I talk like this, but while he talks like this and tries to sound stupid, it is the only moments I've ever seen on an Ashton Forbes stream where he actually spits truth and makes sense. It's the only moment where I'm like, yes, that's correct. But he doesn't realize it. He thinks it's completely crazy and they're absolutely lunatics. So, but it gets even better. Because as we've seen it, there's almost a pattern here after something like this is being said and Ashton Forbes has been either debunked or exposed or someone just simply disagrees with his opinions and theories, he has to get personal. He has to expose them publicly. I think in Ashton Forbes' head, this is his desperate attempt to leverage power online because you have these quite big, powerful bubbles all against you, all questioning their theories. So in his mind, that means, okay, I fight back now. And the only way I can fight back is by doxing you, by exposing you and attacking you personally, showing people where you live, giving people pictures of your wife and so on. And again, we'll get there in a second, but here's his specific reply and response to the things that just been said in that email, right? Of someone ridiculing him in the way they did.
Mike Turber, I actually just feel bad for you because you're just destroying your life. I have your real name, dude. I have your real name. You sent me your real email address. You're sending me real emails from Mark Turber, a complete shit clown. And you thought you were going to take me down? You were a mentally ill retard, Dave, or Mike Turber.
Nice little Freudian slip in there, right? Because obviously he's also in big trouble with, or like fighting online with Professor Dave Explains, another YouTube channel. We'll get to that in a second. You're a mentally ill word, Dave. I mean, the other guy that I'm beefing with. Bro, what a sad existence. I'm not gonna lie, man. To watch this, of course I'm making fun of it, and it is entertaining, but dude, it is also so sad to watch. Like, what a massive downward spiral, and again, keep watching. By the end of it, we've reached a new low just yesterday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's keep watching this a little bit more, because obviously he's exposing Mike Turber, ruining his life.
You were a mentally ill retard, Dave, or Mike Turber. Your source is Professor Dave. Like, how fucking retarded are some of you people? I literally have to wonder how dumb these debunkers can be that you still think the videos are fake. You still think the videos are fake. Even after all of this, you still just want to throw your life away?
What?
You just want to throw...
Listen, bro. These two things don't correlate. Just because I think a video is fake doesn't mean I throw my life away. It just means I have a different opinion and viewpoint on these videos than you. Nobody's throwing their life away. Not you, not me, not Professor Dave. We all just have differing opinions on videos. But in Ashton Forbes' head, it's automatically connected. It's like, if you say that, it means your life will be ruined. That's the flawless logic in his head. It really, dude. I mean, I'm not a psychoanalyst or whatever, but that boggles the mind. That kind of thinking structure is wild to me.
Throw your life away because your life is a lie, and it upsets you so much that you need to believe that I'm lying to you. Even after all this research, even after listening to Gary Stevenson explain the same exact stuff that I've been explaining to you, You still want to throw your life away for no reason?
Okay. You get the gist. Okay, again, I'll link it down in the description. It's a 5-minute video. We don't need to watch the whole thing. But he gets very, very angry about this. And he has a long tradition of doing exactly that. I don't know how old this clip is, but
That
you know.
video right there. Because it's not possible. Because it's a real fucking video at nighttime of a real airplane that the United States government ran an operation on. Get it through your dumb fucking heads.
Oh, God.
Keep watching the video until it sticks in your retarded fucking heads that it's real.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, let's be honest. Most scientists that I've seen that were very confident about the theory that they tried to put forward reacted like that when their theory was challenged. That's what it is. It oozes confidence in your claim if you constantly insult, haggle, and try to, or threaten at least, to dox people who question your theory. And that's kind of where we are arriving in the now and today. Okay? Because the current biggest battle, I would argue, that's going on between Ashton Forbes and all his skeptics, or people who are skeptical towards him, is the battle that he has with Professor Dave Explains. Professor Dave Explains, I think I mentioned it earlier, did 2 videos about him, being very critical about him in these videos, calling him specifically a grifter and a liar, so big accusations. This is the video right here, I think the original video, so if you want to go check that out, it is worth it. In my personal opinion, it's a well put together video. But obviously Ashton got extremely triggered, and it feels like this one, someone making a 1-hour video about him with a follow-up that gets a lot of traction, that gets really big, he is extra unpleased about this, okay? He's very, very angry, and we've learned already, what does Ashton Forbes do when he gets angry? That's right, he doxes people, he exposes people. That is his weapon that he has. Or let's say that's the only thing that he seemingly can think of to fight back against all these horrible critics. So he took that to a new level with Professor Dave Explains. Here's what happened. This is a tweet that Ashton Forbes sent, I think, yesterday. This here is Professor Dave, and I'm going to blur the rest because I don't want to have pictures of his family in my video. But Ashton Forbes posted photos showing not just him, but with his wife and his little child, saying in his tweet, and you might want to sit down for this, that's a lot to lose because you want to be a grifter POS on the internet. Don't worry, I'll take good care of her when you are gone. Okay. Oh, dude, I mean, you see, I find this interesting because as we're going through all these clips in this video, it is actually somewhat of an interesting illustration of this downward spiral. It got worse and worse and worse. And now we're at the point where we're like insulting people by saying stuff like, I'll take good care of your wife when you are gone. I mean, brother, that is taking it to a level that I did not see coming. Jesus. He also said, I'm just getting started. People should listen when I speak. Please take me serious. Why don't you guys just take me serious? When I say I'm going to destroy your life and that of your family, I mean it, says Ashton Forbes. Now someone replies here and says, it's funny you failed to mention that people are harassing his parents in their home. I read this somewhere, or someone said it in the video, that someone sent his parents a letter. I don't know the details, but of course, dude, I absolutely condemn that as well. Don't dox people online in general, whether it's his mom, his parents, Ashton Forbes himself. I don't need to know where Ashton Forbes lives, who he is, what he does. Don't need to know any of that, okay? He can do his thing on this barrier of the internet. Do not dox people, no matter how much you disagree with the person. That applies to everyone. Obviously, Ashton Forbes' mom, but also Professor Dave Explains. I mean, bro, the only thing that's really missing now is that he shares the full address and encourages people to go there and do wild things. It feels like we're not that far off from that right now. Obviously, he hasn't done that so far. It is only pictures that he shared of Professor Dave Explains' family and himself, private pictures. Now, it has to be said that these tweets we just read were deleted shortly thereafter. Okay, Ashton Forbes deleted these tweets for obvious reasons, and I think the reason is not that he felt, oh, I went a bit too far there. Maybe he did. I don't want to put words in his mouth. But I think it was because he's getting closer and closer to clashing with the terms of service of whatever platform he's streaming on. I don't know, is he on YouTube, on Twitch, or Kick, or Rumble, or whatever they have these days, right? What these kids watch these days. Most of them will not tolerate a content creator who that explicitly expresses threats against other people in general. So my theory is, and I don't know this, I'm just theorizing, is that's why he deleted the tweets, because the TOS potentially could have cost him his channel and his platform. And again, towards the end of this video, I want to remind you that all of this, most of it at least, is really just about a disagreement about a UFO video. Escalates into levels that were previously unthinkable. So I would genuinely encourage everyone to calm down a bit. Obviously, in my opinion, if you are critical towards the claims that Ashton Forbes make, put that in a video. As long as you're fact-based, you know, like this is the video, this is why I think it's fake. Why not? Don't attack Ashton Forbes personally, don't attack his family, but this obviously also applies to Ashton Forbes himself, dude. He's really has to take it down a notch. Because we've seen this now. It's been spiraling. Where's it gonna spiral to next? We'll see. Maybe you can leave your thoughts on that down in the comment section below. Where do you think Ashton Forbes will go next? Is he actually gonna dox someone? He's well aware as well that if you dox a public address or something, like properly private information on a social platform, like in one of his streams, for example, you're done. You know, I would assume that they immediately delete your channel. So he knows that. Is he still gonna do it? Because it does feel like, looking at him and how agitated and triggered he gets so easily, that he only is like to a limited capacity in control of his emotional outbursts. Let's put it this way. So there is the possibility that he bursts out and he doxes someone just out of pure anger and spite. So what do you think? Do you think that might happen? That might not happen? Leave any of your thoughts down in the comment section below. I very much appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the video, smash like, share it, subscribe to the channel. You can also join our Discord. It's a beautiful community. I'm hanging out there. Millions of other people are hanging out. No, we're getting closer to 1,000, okay? We're close to 1,000, I think just over 800 or whatever people over on the Discord community. So meet me there, meet other people there, hang out, join through the link in the description. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a great day wherever you are, and I see you in the next one. I'm out. Bye.